Hello and welcome to the Fire Marshal course. This course contains 4 elements, and after each element, there is a follow-up of questions which must be answered correctly to progress. So let's begin. Various forms, ranging from flammable materials to electrical faults, heating equipment, smoking, cooking, and improper storage practices. These hazards can trigger devastating fires, endangering lives and property. Therefore, mastering the art of identifying, assessing, and mitigating these risks is essential for ensuring a safe environment. Throughout this course, we'll have a deeper look at fire hazards, equipping ourselves with the knowledge and strategies needed to combat them effectively. Together, we'll explore common fire hazards, conduct risk assessments, implement preventive measures, and prepare for emergency responses. Firstly, flammable materials stand as silent instigators of potential infernos. From commonplace items like paper and wood to more specialized chemicals, their combustible nature renders them as potential catalysts for fires if not stored or handled with utmost care. Secondly, electrical faults lurk as inconspicuous threats, waiting to unleash havoc. Overloaded circuits, damaged wiring, and malfunctioning equipment silently brew trouble, capable of sparking fires without any forewarning. Understanding and rectifying these faults are imperative to avert disaster. Thirdly, heating equipment presents a double-edged sword. While furnaces, space heaters, and boilers keep us warm and cozy, their malfunction or improper operation can transform them into fire-breathing dragons, capable of wreaking havoc if not maintained or operated correctly. Moreover, commercial kitchens emerge as battlegrounds of fire hazards due to the use of open flames, hot surfaces, and cooking oils. One wrong move in handling these elements can escalate into a raging fire, endangering lives and property. Understanding these common fire hazards is a crucial step in fortifying our defenses against potential disasters. By identifying these hazards and implementing preventive measures, we can mitigate the risk of fires in the workplace, ensuring the safety of all. Risk assessment is a systematic and comprehensive process aimed at identifying, analyzing, and evaluating potential fire hazards within the workplace environment. It involves scrutinizing various factors that could contribute to fire incidents and assessing their potential impact on safety and property. The building layout is carefully examined to identify areas where fire hazards may be more prevalent, such as storage areas with high concentrations of flammable materials or spaces with limited ventilation. Secondly, potential ignition sources are identified and evaluated. This includes electrical equipment, heating systems, hot work operations, and even human activities such as smoking or cooking. Understanding where and how fires may start is crucial for developing targeted prevention strategies. Thirdly, the flammability of materials present in the workplace is assessed. This involves identifying combustible materials, such as paper, wood, plastics, or chemicals, and evaluating their susceptibility to ignition and rapid fire spread. By conducting risk assessments, organizations gain invaluable insights into the specific vulnerabilities within their premises. This empowers them to develop targeted strategies for reducing the likelihood of fires and minimizing their potential. Prevention is about reacting to immediate dangers, but also anticipating and mitigating risks before they escalate into emergencies. It encompasses a wide array of strategies and practices aimed at reducing the likelihood of fires and minimizing their potential consequences. One key aspect of fire prevention is the regular maintenance of electrical systems. This includes inspecting wiring, outlets, and electrical appliances for signs of wear or damage, as well as ensuring that circuits are not overloaded, which can lead to overheating and electrical fires. Proper storage and handling of flammable materials are also essential components of fire prevention. This involves storing flammable liquids, gases, and chemicals in designated areas away from potential ignition sources and ensuring that containers are properly sealed to prevent leaks or spills. Enforcing smoking policies and providing designated smoking areas away from combustible materials are crucial steps in preventing smoking-related fires. Proper disposal of smoking materials, such as ashtrays with self-extinguishing features, further reduces the risk of ignition. In commercial kitchens, where the risk of fires is particularly high, implementing cooking safety measures is paramount. This includes installing fire suppression systems, maintaining kitchen exhaust systems to prevent grease buildup, and ensuring that cooking appliances are used and maintained correctly. Regular inspections and housekeeping also play a vital role in fire prevention. By conducting routine inspections of fire safety equipment, emergency exits, and evacuation routes, organizations can identify and address potential hazards before they pose a threat. In the unpredictable realm of fire safety, preparedness is paramount. No matter how diligently we work to prevent fires, the reality is that emergencies can still occur. That's where emergency response measures come into play. Emergency response involves a coordinated set of actions designed to protect lives, minimize property damage, and ensure the safe evacuation of occupants in the event of a fire or other emergencies. Central to emergency response is the installation and maintenance of fire alarm systems. These systems serve as early warning signals, alerting occupants to the presence of fire and prompting immediate action. Regular testing and inspection of fire alarm systems are essential to ensure their reliability and effectiveness. Equally important are evacuation plans, which outline procedures for safely exiting the building in the event of an emergency. Evacuation routes should be clearly marked, well lit, and free from obstructions to facilitate a swift and orderly evacuation. Designated assembly points provide a centralized location for evacuees to gather after exiting the building. These assembly points should be located at a safe distance from the building and easily accessible to emergency responders. Understanding the fire triangle. Understanding the dynamics of fire is essential for effective fire prevention and suppression, and it all begins with this fundamental concept. The fire triangle represents the three essential elements necessary for a fire to ignite and sustain itself: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Just like the sides of a triangle, these elements are interdependent, and the absence of any one element can prevent a fire from occurring or extinguish an existing fire. Heat serves as the ignition source, providing the initial energy required to start the fire. This can come from various sources, including open flames, electrical sparks, friction, or radiant heat from nearby objects. Fuel refers to any combustible material that can sustain a fire once ignited. This includes a wide range of materials, such as wood, paper, plastics, fabrics, and flammable liquids or gases. The type and quantity of fuel present determine the intensity and duration of the fire. Oxygen acts as the oxidizing agent, enabling the combustion process to occur. Without an adequate oxygen supply, the fire cannot sustain itself and will eventually extinguish. However, increasing the oxygen supply can also intensify the fire, leading to rapid combustion and more significant damage. Understanding the fire triangle helps us identify how fires start and what measures can be taken to prevent or extinguish them. By removing any one of the elements, heat, fuel, or oxygen, we can disrupt the fire triangle and effectively control or extinguish the fire. Fires have a remarkable ability to propagate rapidly under the right conditions, making it essential to grasp the factors that influence their spread. Several factors contribute to the rapid spread of fires, including the presence of flammable materials, ventilation, and the layout of the building or environment. Flammable materials, such as paper, wood, fabrics, and plastics, provide ample fuel for the fire to consume, allowing it to spread quickly from one area to another. Ventilation plays a significant role in fire spread by supplying oxygen to the fire and facilitating the removal of heat and combustion byproducts. Open doors, windows, and ventilation systems can create pathways for the fire to travel, increasing its intensity and reach. The layout of the building or environment can also influence the spread of fires. Narrow corridors, interconnected rooms, and combustible building materials can provide pathways for the fire to move rapidly throughout the space, engulfing everything in its path. Additionally, external factors, such as weather conditions, can impact the spread of fires. Wind direction and speed can influence the direction and rate of fire spread, potentially posing challenges for firefighters and evacuation efforts. Understanding how fires spread enables us to develop effective fire prevention and suppression strategies. By identifying potential fire hazards, implementing fire-resistant building materials, and designing buildings with fire safety in mind, we can minimize the risk of fire spreading and mitigate their potential consequences. It's not just the flames we need to worry about. Smoke and toxic gases pose significant risks to occupants during a fire emergency. Understanding the characteristics and hazards of smoke and toxic gases is essential for effective fire prevention, evacuation, and emergency response. Smoke is the visible product of incomplete combustion and consists of a complex mixture of airborne particles, gases, and vapors. These particles can include carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen cyanide, and other toxic substances, depending on the materials burning. In addition to obstructing visibility and causing respiratory irritation, smoke inhalation can lead to serious health effects, including lung damage, asphyxiation, and even death. Therefore, it's crucial to evacuate occupants from smoke-filled areas as quickly and safely as possible. Moreover, toxic gases produced during a fire pose significant risks to occupants. Carbon monoxide, CO, in particular, is a colorless, odorless gas that is highly toxic and can be lethal in high concentrations. Other toxic gases, such as hydrogen cyanide, HCN, and hydrogen chloride, HCl, can also be present in smoke and pose serious health risks. Proper ventilation is critical for minimizing exposure to smoke and toxic gases during a fire emergency. Ventilation systems should be designed to remove smoke and maintain clear escape routes for occupants. Additionally, early detection and warning systems, such as smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms, can provide crucial alerts to occupants, allowing them to evacuate before conditions become hazardous. In the battle against fires, having the right tools at our disposal can make all the difference. Fire safety equipment serves as our frontline defense, providing us with the means to detect, suppress, and extinguish fires before they escalate into emergencies. One of the most essential pieces of fire safety equipment is the fire extinguisher. Available in various types, such as water, foam, dry chemical, and carbon dioxide, CO2, fire extinguishers are designed to extinguish different types of fires, including those involving combustible materials, flammable liquids, and electrical equipment. Smoke detectors are another critical component of fire safety equipment. These devices detect the presence of smoke and emit a loud alarm to alert occupants to the presence of a fire. Early detection allows occupants to evacuate the building quickly and alert emergency responders to the location of the fire. Sprinkler systems are highly effective fire suppression systems that automatically release water or other extinguishing agents when activated by heat. Sprinkler systems can quickly contain and extinguish fires, minimizing property damage and protecting occupants from harm. In addition to fire extinguishers, smoke detectors, and sprinkler systems, other fire safety equipment includes fire blankets, fire hoses, fire alarms, and emergency lighting. Each of these tools plays a crucial role in enhancing fire safety and ensuring the well-being of occupants during a fire emergency. Throughout this element, we looked into diverse fire hazards, understanding their origins, characteristics, and potential consequences. By remaining vigilant and proactive in identifying and mitigating fire hazards, we can reduce the likelihood of fires and minimize their impact on lives and property. Prevention is the cornerstone of fire safety, and we have looked into various preventive measures, including proper storage practices, maintenance of electrical systems, and enforcement of safety protocols. You will now be given a set of questions in order to test your knowledge on the discussed topics. Good luck!